This is the had a small screw up here. I don't know if you can see that, but I had to glue some foam back on to make it nice and perpendicular. And there we go. This is the top. So here are the lines for making the edge. And so I'll be cutting down at a 45-degree angle here. Made these lines the same on the bottom. So the key is to sand a perfect diagonal across there and go all the way. So the next step is cutting this part straight line sand. So we want to sand it just like that, straight between the midpoint and this one. Filthy. So the next step is the fin box. I've measured it. I will use this thing to try to cut it. Not bad. It's a bit hard to control, but for €3 it's great. So I've tried to remove all the air bubbles by cutting out the sections and adding a little carbon fiber. It's definitely messy, but hopefully it'll do the trick. Same process on this side. So I'm currently trying to sand all of the irregularities out of it using this, but it's sticking to the sandpaper, and so I think I'm gonna have to use a lot of sandpaper. Tape the fin box. I've taped up the top. It's not pretty, but it'll have to do. The tail thing. I've cut the cloth, keeping it we go. I got the tape. I must go all the way. Got the catalyzer up. With a little bit of green tint. So I just finished and it looks perfect. Ew! Barely any air bubbles. These are air bubbles from before. Wow, some air bubbles here. But, you know, and then underneath it looks pretty damn good. Looks pretty good. So here's what it looks like. And I'm going to sand it a little bit. I've just sanded down the fin box, perfectly level. So I'm ready to glass the top. I've taped along the whole edge, leaving a little taped along everything. I got this catalyzer, 3% for each, or no, 2%, and I'm ready to go. I sanded and I cleaned the whole board, and it's ready. Now just letting it dry. And it's done. So I'm about to start sanding. I'm going to start with some P40 and see where it goes. So I've just finished all the sides. Now I'm on the 180 grit. Just sanding. Finished product. And with the fin on it. So there's the finished product. And just want to give the takeaways. So you definitely have to be a bit of a craftsman to build a board. It is a bit tricky at some points. Getting the right rocker when you're sanding, so the curve like that, is quite difficult. Maybe there's a way to do it. Also, for the resin, you got to make sure to measure and put the right amount of catalyst. I messed this up on on the first layer, and it kind of screwed up a lot of stuff. And same with the pigment. It's quite messy, so you need a place reserved for it for like a month. Yeah, definitely pretty messy. It's also quite stinky and probably not very good for the environment. There's a lot of waste byproduct. Yeah, so the most important thing to look out for is when you're laying the cloth, you put your resin and you're folding it, on those angles, if you get any air bubbles, it's really bad because you have to cut them out, do a ding repair, and then basically put cloth, and then you have to sand a bunch. And it's super annoying to sand because you can't really sand it. It like sticks to the sandpaper. And so definitely when you're laying the cloth, folding it well and making sure on those sharp angles to not get any air bubbles. Because I had air bubbles everywhere and had to redo everything, and it took forever. So that's the main thing to look out for. But besides that, hugely satisfying. And you get an awesome board, which may or may not be surfable. In my case, I think it's surfable. So, shaka.